2, 1. What's up, y'all? It's your boy Anomaly Beats here. I wanted to make this video regarding New York pizza. There's been a lot of misconception online that New York pizza is no longer good, that it's not the same, that they're really not getting that vibe or whatever that people who travel to New York for. Now, I personally have been all over New York. I've been to a lot of these pizzerias, and I can tell you, in my personal opinion anyway, I'm going to give you 3 of them. I'm going to give you a least expensive option, a middle expensive option. I'm going to give you a top tier expensive option. So without further ado, let's just get into the video. The first one is located on West 40th Street and 9th Avenue. This is going to be Two Bros. Now, before you click off, before you roast me in the comment section, before you tell me to go myself, let me plead my case, okay? Now, I'm not vouching for every Two Bros. Every other Two Bros, it is what it is. It's dollar slice pizza, it's hockey ring pizza. I agree with the people. But this one right here on 40th and 9th, yo, take my word, bro. It tastes so freaking good. I think it's because of the high volume. Like, there's so many people. Like, they crank out, like, 10 pizzas a minute. Or maybe it's the pizza maker. Whatever. Like, the point is that it is so freaking good. Now, I'm going to give you a couple of tips, right? Number 1, let's just knock it out the park. Don't call it pizzas. Make sure wherever you go, you call it a pie. It kind of makes you part of the in crowd. Let me get a large pie. Let me get a large pepperoni pie. Let me get a large pie with extra cheese. Just make sure you say pie. Don't say pizza. That's number 1. Now, number 2, when you go here, make sure you get it from this big oven. I don't know if you can see the dude behind, the dude with the red shirt. Like, there's like a small oven. If you get it from the small oven, it's going to taste like gas from the oven. It's going to ruin the pizza horrible. So make sure you get it from this big oven right here. Another tip, right? This is like a little bit of a shady area. There's going to be scammers and fraudsters and just people asking for money or whatever. There's like this big bus depot. This is the big bus depot, NYC. There's hotels right here. If you see anybody, yo, excuse me, can I ask you a question? Yo, excuse me, do you have the time? Just ignore them and keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? This is $8 for a pie. Amazing price, amazing pizza. So that's, the least expensive one. Now let's go to the second one, number 2, which is going to be John's on Bleecker Street, located at 278 Bleecker Street, New York, New York. Let's go to the street view. New York, New York. Now this is going to be the pizzeria, right? You know how people travel to New York and they're like, oh, I want that New York experience. I want that New York slice, that it's going to be that experience. This is going to be it. John's on Bleecker Street. It is so good. This one right here is about $20 a pie. So first tip, call ahead of time. You're not getting a pie in under an hour. I promise you. So if you go there at 1 o'clock, you're not getting a pie until 2:30. And it kind of just ruins a little bit of the experience because then you just got to walk around or go to stores or something. So just make sure you call ahead and order your pie. Number 2, this is such a freaking cool area. Like, okay, let's go back right here. Like right here, you're going to see people with Rolexes and Audemars Baguettes, and you're going to see Instagram models. Like, I was there one night, and all of a sudden, like, people just popped up. They had the JBL party boxes. They had lights. Like, it was like they were going to film a music video. It was like, it's so effing cool. The people here are pretty wealthy, and it's just like a really cool vibe, super secure. The police don't start trouble here because the police will show up in about 1.5 seconds. So, like, yeah, just go there. This is a great date spot. This is a great spot to go chill with your friends. Like, it is so effing cool. Like, obviously, if it's cold and windy, you're not going to be hanging around there. There's not going to be so many people. But, like, on a cool summer night, it's just like such a dope vibe. That's just, as far as atmosphere. But as far as the pie goes, number 2, John's on Bleecker Street. Get at me. Now, number 1, in my opinion, remember, these are all my opinions, but I don't think a lot of people will fight me on these top 3. So number 1, right? Number 1 is going to be the Farrah's. The Farrah's, 1424 Avenue J. It's in Brooklyn. But this is a Jewish community. Like, there's a lot of Jewish people around here. I think it's like the only Italian spot in a Jewish community. So they close on Monday. So don't go there on Mondays because they will be closed. This is going to be the most expensive one. This is a $30 pie. $30. Depending on the toppings, and go, 30, 35, whatever. Again, same thing as John's. You're not going to get a pie in under an hour. Make sure you call ahead. Make sure you plan your trip accordingly. And just call ahead and place your order. Another tip, if you ever are lucky enough, to get a square slice, don't hesitate. Don't think about it. Just grab it, because it is amazing. And not a lot of people get the square slice. So if you do get it, just consider yourself very lucky. It's usually sold out. If you go there at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, you're not getting a square. You're probably not going to get a square because it's going to be sold out. I went there 5 times before I ever got a square. And I had to go there, not that I had to, but I went there around 11 o'clock in the morning, placed an order for a pie, and I got a couple square slices, and we were in heaven. They also got the Coke bottles are in glass. It's a really cool, dope vibe. Amazing pizza, the best way that I can describe it. That movie Ratatouille, when the dude's being a critic and he's being a hard guy, and he finally eats a ratatouille and it kind of brings back all his childhood memories. That's the Farrah's. The pizza is insanely good. Any other tips? No, it's a safe community, no pickpocketers. I usually wrap around the block because this is a one-way right here, so I wrap around, I park right here. So those are my top 3 best pizzerias in New York, in my opinion. But again, there's honorable mentions. Sometimes when I go, right, I'm behind Chinatown somewhere over on Mott Street or Bayard, and behind, I forget where it's at, but there's a Joey Pepperoni's Pizza, and I like it. You know what I'm saying? I got no problem with that. There's also the one that was featured in the Spider-Man movie. That one, my brother likes that one. And I went to Scars, but I found Scars to be a little bit too salty in my opinion. But at the end of the day, I think going to New York is just experimenting, exploring, not experimenting, but exploring and finding your own little spots. The way I found 40th and 9th was just me exploring. So go ahead, use this as a guideline. I think most people will agree with me on these top 3. Last thing I would say is just make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Guys, I appreciate every single subscriber. We're about to crack the 300 mark, so I'm pretty, happy about that. And let me know in the comment section what your favorite pizzeria spot is. And until next time, I'm out.